4th of September 2023. This Skidmarks is another what the fuck moment, and this is a serious what the fuck moment, and this is something that people should really listen to, and we need to share the thing. It is no secret. My channel and my Twitter and my Facebook is shadow banned like hell. I mean, I've got posts on Facebook that can sit for hours without a single response on it. Same is now happening again on Twitter. And many people send me messages and tell me they don't get the YouTube notifications. That is something that I have to live with because I refuse to follow the narrative. And in this what the fuck moment, I want to talk about the basics of South Africa. Something that people need to understand, and I'm specifically talking to the SOE generation. You must just understand one thing. At the core of the ANC is a communist ideology. Understand that. But the ANC syndicate in charge of the government is under full control of XXX. And XXX is not communists. The fact of the matter is, everything needs to be accumulated under control of the government. And Julius, he supports that view. But then you get this, if you look at the black chat groups and so, they take China as their model. But they don't understand exactly what the fuck is going on in China. Yes, the Chinese Communist Party is in control of China. What is the difference between the Chinese Communist Party and the ANC? The Chinese Communist Party, the leadership, is all highly qualified people. Engineers and scientists and economists and things like that. Highly qualified. The Chinese is adamant about qualifications, educational qualifications. The Chinese government has invested a hell of a lot of money in the education system in China. The Chinese population, average IQ, is about 30 points higher than South Africa. Think about that. 30 points. If you take that difference down, you get very close to what in many societies is classified as mentally challenged. So we are sitting here in South Africa with a lot of the SOE brigade supporting the Chinese model, but they don't know what the fuck they're supporting. And that Chinese, let's call it ruling group, is highly qualified. The difference between them and the ANC is day and night. The second thing is, the Chinese economy is a market economy. But that they don't really see and understand, they cannot see it. They want to bring in the ANC talks and the black groups talks, state farms and state this and state that and state that. This state has proven over 30 years that they have zero capability or capacity to make anything work. Anything. They got a fully functional country and they fucked it up to a failed state. And now they come out with this harebrained scheme. New state-owned company to help fix South Africa's state-owned companies. I'm not going to discuss the article in detail. I'm going to discuss the concept here. Now, if you look at it like this. If you take 15 physically disabled people, cripples and quadriplegics and things like that, and you bundle those 15 together and you name them a rugby team, what the fuck is that? Those people can never be a successful rugby team. but you call them a rugby team. But in essence, it is 15 disabled people. Now the ANC, with their communist thing of everything must be under state control, have got a serious problem with the SOEs because they are all failing. They are the cripples. It's a team of cripples. Now they're going to put them together in one state holding company. That's not going to change the reality. That state holding company is going to hold what? A lot of failed SOEs. But here comes the kicker. Now, these devious fuckers has got a shield called the holding company. And it's the same with that team of disabled, your rugby team. Initially the community is going to support the idea. And then when the game starts, they say, oh fuck, this team can get nowhere. And when the captain says, listen, I'm going to drop that guy with one leg and I'm going to drop that guy that can only move his tongue because we've got a problem. That Ocon fullback in the wheelchair is not working. We need something else there. I'm going to get rid of that guy. The community is going to say yes, because the community wants a winning team. So this captain can start dropping out the seriously challenged people with no community outcry. And this is what this ANC is planning to do. They're going to bundle those things all in this holding company, and then they're going to start selling off the cripples. And nobody is going to make a noise because that holding company is the shield that people will see. But you don't know what's going on behind that shield. And that is how Cyril is going to get the SOEs into the hands of the oligarchs, which is totally contrary to the communist ideology. But that's what they're going to do, because they have no option. Triple X has got them by the balls, and they must do what Triple X tell them. So, they're sitting with this balls up of the communist ideology, which at its core says everything must be under control of the state. But here in this holding company, they're sitting with a lot of cripples that is draining the state funds like hell. They want to get rid of those things because they know they're not going to survive. If you look at it objectively, nothing is operating anymore in South Africa. All the security services, the military and the police, is in tatters, as Van der Crazy says. The social departments, education, fucked. You cannot dispute that. But then we have in the SOE Brigade a lot of people that has got this fucking crazy idea that during apartheid, blacks got no education. Now I've got a question for them. All these leaders, ANC leaders, where were they educated? Where did they get their degrees if there was no black education? You better get yourself informed before you make stupid tweets. Because by doing tweets like that, all you are exposing is that you are a victim of the 30% pass rate. Then you must ask yourself, why were so many black schools destroyed? Physically destroyed. Then ask yourself, why is there so little new black schools being built? Go and look at the Eastern Cape. Right in front of your eyes, the Eastern Cape are being de-educated. You want it decolonized, but it's actually being de-educated. 380 schools are going to close down now again. Where's the outcry? No, you won't outcry because you're too stupid to understand what the fuck is happening there. But you've got a big mouth on Twitter about apartheid. Now with this state holding company has got all of you high as a kite But you don't understand what the fuck is really going to happen there. They're going to sell off that fraud shit that is in that holding company. And you are going to cheer for it because it's going to make sense. Because now you're going to say, yeah, we better get rid of that division because it is making the holding company look shit. And before you wipe the shit out of your eyes, all those SOEs will be privatized. Right in front of your eyes. 100% against the communist ideology that you guys love so much. Why do you like the communist ideology? Because you don't understand what the fuck is going on. That is what is going on. You are just running after them. We saw with our own eyes last week how the apartheid card expired. When Ginger used apartheid for that building that burned down. I mean, you need to have just a little bit of common sense to understand that she's talking rubbish. And then Cyril comes out and he holds a whole press conference trying to blame apartheid for all the ANC's failures. When the reality is, the country is failing because the ANC got rid of all the skills that made the country work. Now the country is fucked up and they know it's fucked up. They know it. And they know they can't repair it. And they're getting desperate. And all of you guys that cheered to get the whites out with BEE and affirmative action, the people that is going to take control over the economy of South Africa is going to be BRICS partners. And it's going to be Chinese, Russians, Arabs, Indians, Brazilians. And what you, the SOE Brigade, must understand very clearly, all of those that I've mentioned now, go and look in their countries whether they are allowing free entry to blacks. Go and look. Go and look at their societies and see if their societies is embracing black people. Go and look. You go for yourself. And then you look at the other side of the coin. Those people are going to get control over the South African economy, where the Boere had good relations with the bulk of the black people in South Africa, because we grew up together. These foreigners don't know you, they don't care for you, they're just here for the money. So, what you can be happy about is that what you have achieved is that you have achieved to open the gates for the people that are really going to fuck you up. Have a great day. Please give me a like and a subscribe and share the thing. Thank you for your support.